Hello, Chris Green here with the Flood Insurance Guru. Today, we are talking about risk rating 2.0 1 year later. How is it impacting buildings like this? How is it impacting restaurants like this? That's exactly what we're talking about today. You see, it's had a big impact on buildings like this, city streets like this. These are areas that have been impacted. So today, that's what we're talking about. So let's talk about, first of all, are more people buying flood insurance because of risk rating 2.0, at least through the National Flood Insurance Program? As of August, the National Flood Insurance Program has seen roughly about a 9% decrease in the number of policies compared to risk rating 2.0 before. Why is this? Well, one thing that we're seeing is areas like what's called flood zone X. Flood zones no longer determine flood insurance rates. That's great. But the problem is these preferred rates, $400 and $500, are now $1,500, $2,000. And so customers are not seeing the value in having these policies. Unfortunately, that's creating a larger disaster like exactly what just happened in Fort Myers, Florida, where only about 20% of people had flood insurance. Many people had just canceled their flood insurance less than a year ago as a result of this new risk rating 2.0. The other thing with risk rating 2.0 that we're seeing is coverages did not change compared to the original program. They did want to increase them, but they didn't. We're seeing also a decreased number of people taking out what's called excess policies as well, because they simply can't afford it because of the new premiums. So customers are selecting less coverages, which is putting a lot of people in trouble. Other things, elevation certificates. Remember, elevation certificates are not required, but we're seeing less and less people take advantage of getting an elevation certificate, backdating that premium, and maybe having a lower rate. So risk rating 2.0 1 year later, where are the biggest impact we're seeing on rates? Well, traditionally, it's areas that were in a flood zone X. That's where we're seeing the biggest increase. The biggest decrease that we're seeing are areas like flood zone A and AE. In fact, we're seeing this a big on lake areas where we've seen the average premium in lake areas in Alabama go from a $3,500 premium down to like a $1,200 premium. That's great news. But these are some good things. These are some bad things with risk rating 2.0, some changes that we're seeing. But unfortunately, we're still not seeing people address risk the right way. And what we mean by this is they're still associating flood zones with a risk, which is what gets a lot of people in trouble. Just because your mortgage company is not requiring flood insurance doesn't mean you don't need it. And so that's why we're trying to do a much better job of helping people understand risk. That's exactly what we do on our website. You can click below to check out the flood risk tool that will give you your flood risk score and tell you how close to water you are. So if you've got questions about risk rating 2.0, is it the best option for you? What can you do to minimize your premiums? But more importantly, what can you do to minimize the chances of your property flooding? Then click below to visit our website. You can take 3 easy steps. Step 1, fill out the simple form. Step 2, receive a customized flood insurance proposal from us. And step 3, pick the policy that best fits your needs. Thank you.